Hi, and welcome back to Coding with Jesse. I am back and ready to keep working. So, don't want that going on. There we go. I've moved the chat into view, so check that out. I don't know if I'll leave it, but it might be nice. Makes it easier for me to see it. So, what was I doing a couple of minutes ago? I don't totally remember. I was working on... Oh, those circles, yeah. So, I think this is fine now. I just need to position these blue circles where they need to go, right? So, I'm just going to be like plugging numbers in here until it looks right. I'm working based on a width of 300. So, I think I can do things in percents. Ooh, I'm going to need to bump... I'm going to need to bump up the z-index of this stuff. Yeah. So this is why music might be nice, eh? Let's go z-index 2-ish. Actually, I guess I want to do it on the absolute. I think if I put any z-index, it's going to show up before something with nothing. So let's try that. Oh, it's down here again. So what I need to do is make a selector per hotspot with all the different names in them. So I'm just going to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then these name, front, rear, value, issue counter. Name. Oh, I think I can do it like super fancy if I do this. I can like select that. And then I think if I do the same thing here and paste, yeah. How about that? So in each of these, I'm going to give them a different like coordinate. So let's say top, left, whatever, and then that's what's going to position them. So yeah, it's still not high enough. I need the... I see. So I need to set a z-index on the coins, and then that'll be slightly less. Ooh, how do I do that? This doesn't have a class. But I think maybe if I do z-index 2, I think that should be enough. Yeah, okay. So now I just need to position them. Let's see. Whoop. So around there, 32%, let's say, and then top. I'm going to try to express this in percent. I don't know if that's silly, but 6%, 32% brings it to right about there. That's probably right. If I hover, it says name. So that part's working. Yeah, so 6 and 32. I'm just going to do that for each of them. Let's try not to get too pixel perfect about these. They just need to be vaguely in the right spot. So I've kind of put them all in that spot now. But okay, let's see where I need the others. Front is this one. Back is this one. Value, let's do one at a time. Front. So front is like, so you're not even level with each other. I don't need to be super perfect. I just need to get it vaguely there. So front can come down quite a bit. Right about there. I'll leave the left the same. So let's go 69% left, or 69% top on front. Then in rear, I don't know. Let's see. Every time I save it, I gotta redo it. So rear is gonna come more this way, and then down a bunch. Right about there. I think a little bit less. Right about there. 6471. 6471 is a rear. Yeah. So what's the next one I need? This one. And what are they called? It's loud, eh? Value is the coin value. Issue, numbering and issue count. Counter, live circulation counter. So I think this is issue count. I think this is... Ooh, I'm not really sure. This is value. This is 9. Maybe that's value. Coin value. Coin value I think is the 1 cred, so I'll put that there. So if I move value down a fair bit. Whoops. And then left back somewhat. I think a little bit higher. It's kind of supposed to be up here, kind of like that. Isn't that where it is? Kind of, yeah. So it's 70 and 12. It's Dam's Life. Thanks for coming back. I am a newbie in web development. Your videos like these give me confidence to continue whenever I get into failure. I'm really happy about that. That's exactly what I'm trying to share with people. Thinking of live streaming my experiments with mean stack app dev probably this weekend. Cool. I will follow you. I'm very interested in checking that out. I will do that off screen, but that's really cool. Yeah. Whoops. Follow. Yeah, I'm interested in that. That's like, to me, the most interesting thing is just like watching people experiment and try out stuff, you know. Even something I've seen before, you know, because there's so much, things are always changing and stuff too, and there's like bugs that you got to figure out, and like just like awkward, I don't know how to put it, but like even if you've read the documentation, even if you kind of know the thing, there can be surprises all over the place, right? And that I find very interesting. I need to figure out, did I put these in 70-12? No, I don't remember doing that. 70 and 12. Then I need to figure out what issue. Basically, I got frustrated earlier when I'm getting into roadblocks. It is frustrating, especially when you're just like stuck, like full out stuck. What do I do kind of stuff. That is very frustrating. That's where, you know, forums, Stack Overflow, that kind of stuff comes into handy. But that's not like necessarily instant feedback. It's like maybe you don't get a response till the next day or whatever. Cool. I'm really happy that that you're inspired to get back into it. It is, no matter how many years you've been doing it, there's roadblocks at every turn, even with stupid stuff. Like right now, I'm trying to figure out. It's not even programming, but I'm just like numbering and issue count versus live circulation counter. So they're both counts. They both have to do with maybe the numbering and issue. That's 2 of them. And then this is the live counter. I think that's going to be it. So let me do that one. Issue, so that's going to come down. I think I want it like the same height, so 70 top. Right? No, not that. I don't know what that is. 70 top, and then left will be somewhat more here. Right about there, I think. 70 and 54. And that leaves one more. Oh, did I get them backwards? Yeah, I did. So this is actually supposed to be this one. Counter. That's what I'm thinking counter is, and then issue is this one up here. So last one. This one's going to come back up a little. Go way over here. Back. A little bit up. I think that's kind of like there. Actually, he had it like even a bit over, which which makes sense to me because it's a bit crowded there. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. That looks good. 5288. 5288, and I'm done the boring part. One thing I want to do is when you hover, that it's like a solid circle, I think is a bit of feedback. So to do that, I will make another selector for this, :hover, and simply do background this, whatever this is. That should do it. I'm feeling good. Boom, 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 boom. Live circulation counter, front image, coin value, name, rear image, numbering and issue count. Check it out, I'm done. I'm done this thing. Get to go to the next one. Next one is this part. So when I click next, some of that's already there, right? I think I'm just going to do a bit tweaking, put this artwork in there. This is now going to be that same preview, but just the front, and then rendered kind of like hidden behind. It's not a background image in this case. This is because it's not an image. This is actually going to be selectable text, the way that I've implemented it. So let's do that, and then I just want to tweak this around so that it's closer to the mockup. So I'm going to put in a break after that. And then what else is slightly different? Or choose from popular names is supposed to be with, and then that's somehow the drop down. But right now it's just like defaulting to that. So I think I'm going to deviate slightly from this. I'm going to make it more like this and actually be a drop down, I think. But, or choose from popular names. I'll just put that as like the first option. And then if you drop it down, the idea is that when you check our wedding day, I think it should populate in here so that you can like customize it maybe. I'm probably overthinking things again, but that's my modus operandi. So let's put in that BR. Fix the typo. What else? So I wanted to put in an option using that wording, or choose from popular names, or choose from popular names. And then I want to have some JavaScript that populates this input based on changing that. I'm going to wait on that because I'm not totally sure. I'll get rid of this or because that's now irrelevant. Yeah, that's not too bad how it is right now. I think it needs a different... Isn't there like a drop down in Bootstrap? A drop down class? Drop down class. Actually, yeah, there's like this whole drop down thing. That's not even what I meant, but actually that could work really well because this right here is a Bootstrap drop down and it's not a select. And I think that's kind of what the designer intended. Didn't show that being open, but I feel like it should look like this, and then when you click it, then there's like a box, and then when you click one of those, it's going to show up in here. I think let's do that. It doesn't look that hard. So I think if I just copy some of this, it's basically going to be this. And then instead of options, it'll be... Here, this is prettier. Drop down example. No, it's going to be this text. The caret is already there that is in the design, then these become li links. I don't like that. I don't like this ahref number sign. Is that really important? Is that just there to make like a cursor? I think a non-editable label and a button with arrow down must work. A non-editable label. Oh, you mean if I did it as an option? And a button with arrow down. I'm not sure what you mean by a non-editable label. What do you mean by that? Anyhow, I'm going to try this. You were right about populating the above text field. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what people will expect, right? Here, if I turn these into LIs, do I need the link? I don't want the link. But you know what? A link will let... I think it's more accessible. But it's not really... I just hate that number sign thing. I hate it. Do I have to do it? Fine. Just plain text. The thing is, if you don't have a, oh, RiderDev, thanks for watching. If you don't have an A, if you don't have an A, then it won't be clickable. You can't get your like, and a button at the right of plain text. Oh, you're saying for this. You know what? I want the whole thing to be clickable. So if only the caret is a button, then only the button will be clickable. Oh, I see what you mean by non-editable label. Yeah, totally. I think you're right. So if I make the button be the caret, where am I now? I'm all lost. If the button is actually the caret, like that, and then the text is before, but it's all wrapped in a label, that's what you meant? That's actually a really good idea. Format that up. Let's see what that looks like. I've written too much code without seeing what it looks like yet. Okay, let's try it. Next. Well, it's not working either. Neither's working. So why not? Drop down menu, drop down label. Am I not including... Maybe I don't have the Bootstrap JavaScript. And I don't really know if I want to include it now that I think about that. But I don't know. I don't know anymore. The other thing I could do is like, well, like I could kind of do it myself, is what I'm trying to say. I wonder if, I guess the CSS is working because this is not visible. So really all I need, let me try remove the blue background for the button. Yeah, I'm going to do that for sure. If I put display block, if I force that into the styles for the dropdown, then does it appear? Yeah, and it's like kind of styled. I think that's probably good. So I don't necessarily need all the JavaScript for Bootstrap. Maybe I can just install the dropdown JavaScript. Let's try that. npm search Bootstrap, and then I'll grep for dropdown. No, I don't want Angular. I already have Bootstrap installed, so I think there's a way to like just pull in. Let's look in node modules. Where's Bootstrap? Bootstrap. Dist. So they have these bundles, but I think if I just pull in dropdown, should I pull in the dist of dropdown? So it's JS dist dropdown. dropdown. Bootstrap JS dist dropdown. I don't love doing that. Last time I did that, or a while ago when I did that, they changed it, and they changed it like mid-version, so it broke my code like live. Like it went to be, it's like set up so that it can be built automatically, but it broke because they changed the path and the versions like stayed the same. So that was annoying. Does that work? Oh, it's bombing now. Did I get the path wrong? Wasn't it that? Bootstrap JS dist dropdown. Well, what's the error? I guess I should look at that. It is compiled. It found that. So what's going on here? Popper is not defined. Oh, you know what? I need like I need more than the dropdown. So I guess the dropdown has a dependency of popper. And I don't know where popper comes from. Pop over? Popper from popper.js? So I think I'm kind of being forced to not do that. I probably need to, I don't know, Bootstrap. I don't have to do it the Bootstrap way. So the Bootstrap Modal code is already there, that's right. It must be pulled in somewhere, so maybe it's already pulling in some of that. Let me double check. Where is that being pulled in? No, I don't want to search here. I want to search here. Search. Okay. So, Bootstrap. Who's referencing Bootstrap? Here. Oh, in the index.js, yeah. Bootstrap. Doesn't that pull in all the JavaScript for Bootstrap? Like, why isn't it working then? It is there. See what I mean about, like, things not working? It's not even this, like, I'm just so lost right now. Because I don't know. Why isn't it working at all? The code seems to be there. But this is just, like, not doing what it's supposed to. So lost. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Oh, it's still saying popper is undefined. Huh. So I guess I did all that work to kind of like get to the error that I was not noticing in the first place. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, popper is undefined. What's this popper? I guess I have to install it. If it's a subdependency of Bootstrap, why isn't it automatically installed? Popper. Bootstrap popper. What is it? I guess I have to install popper. It's like a... Here. Popper is proving to be a massive headache for me, and I don't even know why. Yeah, that's for sure. 19 posts on Stack Overflow. What is this? Alright, whatever. npm install popper.js. Let's check it out. And while that's happening, yeah, let's figure out styling. So I don't want... Let's get rid of primary. I think that's what's making it blue. I think there's some kind of like button plain or button unstyled we might be able to use. Oh, this thing's just bombing now. Alright, I think I got it installed. It's failing to compile. Why? It's complaining about my coin now. Why? npm install. It's like every time I install something, I have to like reinstall my coin. Seems to be the theme of the day. that better? Yes. And here. Yes. And here. Popper's undefined still. Oh, I have to like link it in. So, this is stupid, but whatever. Import popper.js, which is kind of silly for a library in NPM to have to call it that. Popper is undefined. Why is popper undefined? And where is my console? Popper. There we go. So if you have any ideas why popper would be still undefined. Oh, does it have to be like global? Oh no. Oh no. So I have to like expose it. And with an expose loader. Bootstrap. I don't know how anybody can deal with you. Bootstrap. I guess they have like a bundled version that has, not this. They have a bundled Bootstrap version, I think, that has jQuery and stuff like built in. Maybe it has popper built in. That's this. So, am I right? Is it popper? Seems like. So maybe I can skip npm remove popper.js, maybe, and then in here pull in bootstrap.bundle, or like bootstrap / dist / bootstrap.bundle or something. Bootstrap dist.js bootstrap bundle. Is this gonna work? Do I have to restart Webpack? Is it gonna build? Yeah. Is it gonna load? Is it gonna have popper? Oh man. This is not the fun part of web development, dealing with dependencies and their dependencies, and then you find yourself like debugging something or trying to solve something that's like another library's fault, like popper's fault. Whatever. Is it easier for me to ditch Bootstrap's dropdown and just style this myself, or just make it appear myself? I'm starting to think so. Let's do that. Goodbye, Bootstrap. I mean, you're still there, but I'm not going to use you for this. It's fine. I'll use the styling, I guess. But you know what? I don't even I could do whatever I want here because it's not really styled up. So I could revert it back to a select. Maybe it could be like a hidden select. No, that's kind of silly. A select is good on mobile though, because then you can like scroll through it in a native UI. So I think I will roll back a bit. Wait, did I have that there the whole time? No. Okay. So I'm going to roll back, or undo until I have a select again. I'm going to keep the label idea, but this time the label is going to come around the whole thing. And then I don't need a button. That's going to work a little bit nicer. And then this I want kind of hidden until it's visible, but I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what that looks like. So if I do display, no, that's how you do it. If I do like, maybe, here I can do it this way. So I can have some state. it's still not display. It's style. My state would be like display and then either none or if it's open block. I don't know. Oh, now it's really freaking out. Yeah, there's no popper. That's good. I don't want there to be popper. Where am I pulling that in? Not there. Not here, I don't think. Do I need to kill this? Restart. When in doubt, restart something. Now it's really freaking out that I don't have popper. Why? Where does that link in? Oh, so like I had popper apparently way back before I did all this, and now I've taken it out. Is that true? Seems true. Yep. I had popper from the start. It just wasn't working. Or I don't know. But whatever. Why can't I select this? Can I revert? Is this like put back? Yeah. Do it. Not you. Or yes, you. I don't need that. Turns out. Do I? No. I added it, but I don't need it. So now if I do npm install, it's going to finally, or not finally, but it'll put popper back. This thing should work. My thing should work. Hopefully. I don't know. Let's try it. Refresh. I guess it's working. That caret doesn't work. I think that needs to be maybe inside that drop down, whatever. But why isn't this opening? Oh, because it's display none. I see. So clicking here isn't going to expand this. I have to actually click the thing. It's only going to give it focus. So my idea of like dropping down a hidden select is not going to work. What might work is... I could put this as like a first option. And then I could theoretically style it so that it looks like text. Oh. Hello, online X420. Thanks for watching. I'm trying to figure out how to implement this. Or choose from popular names. Oh, thanks for following too. I appreciate it. Do I do commission jobs? In theory, I'm not really taking on new clients though. I appreciate it. I'm just like busy with the clients I do have, so it's not really fair to them for me to take on new work. But thanks. I appreciate that. Maybe someone else in the chat might take commission jobs and be interested in that, and I'm very happy to have you guys, if anyone else is watching and wants to help out online X420, please offer. So I don't think I need there's got to be an HTML entity for a caret. But maybe there's not. Is there an upside down caret character? In here maybe? I don't know. There's like too many in here for me to just skim through it. Unless I can find... In these? Yeah. Black triangle down looks cool. Need some CSS changes for OBS browser source. Trying to get Twitch emotes to work on the YouTube gaming pop-out chat for my overlay. That's cool. I was thinking about doing a stream, doing some OBS overlay stuff. I'm using that. What's that company called? Streamlabs. I'm using that Streamlabs one. But it seems pretty simple to if I actually wanted to do it myself. So let's try black triangle down here, see if that shows up. Sounds like Black Hawk Down. Black triangle down. Need back up. What? Oh, right. I need to do it. Wait, how do you do entities in oh, you know, I bet React has like, so I bet if I do ampersand there, it works. But it's probably got to be on a short list. Yeah. Maybe this dtrif. Or, you know what, I bet if I do like a hex code, it'll work. Let's try that one. Not that. 2 semicolons, nope. Let's try this one. Yeah. Okay. I feel good about that one character being correct. Now let's try to get the rest of it to work. I guess that there's just like a bunch of different ways I could implement this. Like when you look at it, you feel like if I click that, something is going to appear out of nowhere, drop down with a list that I can choose from. My concern is that on mobile, that's going to be, the list is probably going to be too long, or there's an easy chance of it being too long and too awkward to work with, that it would be probably nice to have an actual select so that when you click this, maybe it gets replaced by the drop down, or I'm not really sure. HTML selects are not that nice looking is a problem. And they're really hard to style consistently on a lot of different browsers. It's a pro and a con. It's nice that it can be consistent, you know? I wonder if there is JavaScript for opening a select. Opening HTML select. I've been doing this for like over, I don't know, for eternity, and I don't know. Yeah, you got that is in mocks. Yeah, I know, eh? Pretty close. I don't know. I don't know if I don't think there's actually like a JavaScript you can do. Yeah, there's a simple answer, and it's no. No, there's no way to open it. Yeah, I didn't think there was. Sometimes these things, yeah, it's like flaky. Here's like a way that it might work on certain browsers at certain points in time. And if it's not like the official way to do it, I don't want to do it. So what I could do is like hide this drop down or choose from popular names. You click that and then it like replaces, or maybe then this appears below it. So I could do, I'm not really sure that's what I want to do. It's just the best I can think of. It's better to have your own styled box and just set the value of a hidden select. It's not, I wouldn't even need to do that because this input is the actual value. So what I'm going to do is that when you select an option, it's going to populate there anyway. A div with a UL that folds out. Yeah, pixelpro.co. That's not a bad idea. That's what I was trying to get working with Bootstrap dropdown a moment ago. I'm just worried that on mobile it'll be like too small to click, but I think it's like the right option based on that mockup. Like based on this, it does seem like that's what's supposed to happen. And I guess I only have like, what, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 options. It's probably okay. So yeah, you know what? Let's try it. I'm not gonna go through the Bootstrap one because I had a headache with that. But if I do these as, I guess I could do them either as buttons or just, like you said, LIs. Let's do LIs. A UL. And then, I guess hide, so that's not there. And then I'll have some state in my React component I need to style that better. I think, get away with using the drop-down styling from Bootstrap. So let me remind myself what that is. No, here. So that was drop-down and then drop-down menu. And I like that role presentation. I do want it to have... I do want it to be accessible. And I think that's why I probably need to make these links, even though I hate href number sign. There and then back. I don't know about role presentation. Role menu item. It's probably better. Oh, I see. It's like role presentation, meaning it's not that it's not something that should be read out. Undo. Beautify that for me, okay. Yeah. Where are we here? Is this getting to look like anything? Oh, I can't see it. So I need to, do that. I'll just force it to be visible. It's here. I'm going to say display block. That's not too bad. I'm still worried about the mobile experience. That's going to drop down below the fold. Like, you won't even be able to scroll down to it, I think, on mobile. Or, I don't know. Maybe it's okay. It's still pretty tiny. And needs some spacing, but I can fix that. And then when you click one, so I need a whole bunch of state on this name tab. So I'm going to change it to be a class. Extends component. This is now a render function. And then, so now when you I'm going to need state for the fact that this is open or closed. And then I'll need state for the value of the input, which I would have needed anyway. So my constructor is going to set default state. This dot drop down open is false. And then that's not how you do state. This dot state equals drop down open false. And then also, let's say the name, and it's a blank string to begin with. Then when you click, two things. When you click on this label at all, which really shouldn't be a label anymore because there's no input. So let's make it a div. So when you click on this, on click equals, and then I want to call something, which will be this dot toggle dropdown. So I need to make that function, and that'll be really simple. It'll just say this dot state dot dropdown open equals the opposite of itself. So it'll just do a straight up toggle. And then the other thing I want to do is when you click a menu item, it populates the text as your name. I'm just seeing that I'm going to have to pull that out of the DOM. It's okay, I guess. You know, I kind of would feel better. I'm thinking about wrapping, so that this is a componentized thing. Maybe if I reuse it somewhere else. I'll just leave it for now. But I don't want to put an on-click on each of these, but I kind of need to. Maybe that's the best approach. The on-click would be like this dot set text, and then I'd have it again there. don't mutate directly. Ooh, you're right. I should not be doing that. Thank you. You are totally right. I think I'm allowed to do it in the constructor, but I shouldn't be doing it here. I should do it like this. Yeah, that is a bad habit. Thank you. I think that's right. But having these on clicks, it's like really repetitive and stupid, and I think, but it's also explicit. Gonna sleep now? Alright, good night, thanks for watching. Watching the rest tomorrow? Cool, okay. I might be streaming again tomorrow. I'm hoping to. Probably, well, we'll see how it goes. But hopefully either tomorrow or Friday. So hope to see you again. Have a good night. Get some good sleep. Right. I'm just like so allergic to like this duplication. I don't think I want to do that. I think what I want to do is I'm going to just make this a component. Because, I don't know. That's how my brain works. Because then what I want to be able to do is just like say, drop down, and then have on select, I'm making that name up. Then I want it to pass me the text, and I'm going to say this.set text. Oh, I can do straight up set state text. And actually, I can just do it like that because of ES6 stuff. And then I'd have like also options, and then I'd put in like a list in there. Let's do that. Function drop down takes like on select and options, and then it's gonna return. Whoa. Oh no, there it is. It's gonna return this, but not really. Something's broken up here. Something's broken. Oh, I need a closing slash there. Yeah, that's better. So then instead of these, I'm gonna do like options.map. It's gonna get an option, and it's gonna not return, but a fat arrow this. Then the option goes here, and the option also goes here. And then I don't have to feel as bad about that. This will be an on select anyway. And then I only need one of them really. And then I can format that a bit better. And that's better. I could have actually done this inline and have an options list there too. Either one would have been fine. Okay, I'm alright with that. So that's like simplified my callback stuff there. So now I need a list of the options that I just deleted and don't want to delete. So what I'm going to do is a little trick. I'm going to roll back to when I had them. Then I'm going to copy this to a new file. Then redo to where I was. Now I'm going to, if they're all the same, I can basically select this of each of them. Take those out. Take that out. And then I want to not cover them, but wrap them in that. There we go. And put them in there. And then format it, and it'll fix it for me. And that's probably pretty good. I think. The toggling is kind of like awkward there now because the hiding is happening there. So if I take that out, I'm not gonna actually show and hide. What I'll do is just like this dots, or I don't need to do that. I'll name it in here. So if I go, I have text and I have drop down open. So if drop down's open, I'll render it. Otherwise, I won't. Null. Actually, that's the same thing as doing a double and, as far as I remember. Like so. Prettier is really insisting that I don't have a white space there. I don't know why. Whatever. Okay. Where are we? Now it's just broken. This is not allowed before super. Oh, right. Thank you. Super. I'm supposed to pass props there, I think, but I don't have any props. Component's not defined. I need to pull that in. Ooh, it must have been a while since I guess it's react.component, but I can do this. Component. Are you working now? Yeah. No, why isn't it working? Let's see. I have on click. I had on click here. On click this toggle drop down. Toggle drop down, set state. It should be working, and then state. Oh, this is props, which I don't have. I think the second parameter state. Let's try that. No, but I'm still not really sure. Here, I can do this a little different. That's how I normally do it, so I'll do it that way. Like so. And if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to debug it a little bit more intensely. Okay, so what is drop down open? Console log drop down open is set to whatever. Render doesn't take arguments. This dot state, this dot props. Oh, okay. It used to be that it passed in the props as an argument, but maybe that changed. It's toggling, so it's something else in my logic. Drop down open, and this is apparently not working, or something. Well, let's have a look in the DOM. Is it showing up? Is it appearing, disappearing? Yes, it is. Oh, it's like, because I'm using the, because I'm using Bootstrap's thing. So I need to drop down open. There must be like a drop down open class or something. Drop up, no, drop down menu. I gotta Google it. Oh, is there like maybe a, to open the drop down menu, use a button with a class drop down toggle. Could that be all I actually need and no state? Maybe. Using a lib would help. Oh, React strap. Yeah, it's an idea. I was kind of like, I don't know. When it comes to stuff like that, the more layers of abstraction can be helpful, but it can also be like a nightmare when it doesn't work, and then why? I don't. Oh, is it because of my this thing now? Yeah, maybe. Still not toggling. Because I don't have. Because this is what I couldn't get working before. Yeah, okay. Let's forget that. And then, I just want to like force it to be visible. I think there is a way to do that. Obviously, if I do this, it'll work. So let's just do what works. There's probably a better bootstrappy way to do it. Yeah, kinda. But now I want it to be dependent on what I had here before. So drop down, open, and the drop down. Like, yeah, React might help, but I can't even get Bootstrap to work in the first place. So, you know what I mean? Like, having more code in there is maybe not going to help me. Oh, cool. Okay, this is kind of working. Doesn't look amazing, but it looks adequate. It's aligning to that, which makes sense, but... Oh, right, because in my... I'm actually left aligned here, so if I just... On my drop-down class here, I can probably do, like, text align left, and then a bit of a margin left. Like 1 EM. Maybe I want a straight up like that. Kinda. Yeah, it's pretty close. And then, yeah. That doesn't work though. It's supposed to, but it doesn't. Do I have an error? No. Oh yeah, because I'm not putting the text in here. So I need to do like value equals text. And then I can take that out. And I feel like there's something else I was about to do. Yeah, I gotta put the style I typed in inline into here. So create a coin modal. I just want it on that intro step. I don't know. So nav name. Drop down. I want it to be... Oh, yeah. That's how I can make the drop down visible. I don't need to do it in here. Drop down. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to style the drop down menu based on where it is. I'm going to make the whole thing have a cursor pointer so that it looks clickable. I'll do the drop down menu being visible. Display block. And now, oh, I need the text align in the margin. That's right. So that was on the drop down element itself, wasn't it? Text align left, margin 1 EM. It's pretty good. I want to make these like, oh yeah, that works too. I don't want the number sign to show up, so that's what I hate about these number sign approach. So I'm gonna not just on select, but actually I need to do like prevent default, and then do that. Like that, sort of. Okay, that should work. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Refreshed my chat instead of the browser. I guess the chat is a browser, that's my problem. Okay, I want to make these, so now when I click them, yeah, no number sign, that's good. And I want to like make them look a bit better. So I think if I work on the link itself, I'll throw some padding in there, I guess. Display block. We'll make that padding mean something. And then I'll tinker with that. So that's on the A inside drop-down menu. That's how I'm going to style it. Drop-down menu A. Same selector. Block. I think it'll be like half on the top than it is on the sides. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good. But see, it's already like, I have to scroll to see it. That's what I didn't want. Maybe I could do like 2 column. Let's see what this looks like. On mobile. It's fine. I don't like that the caret shows up on the next line. I can do a non-breaking space there to fix that. Where's my caret? So I'll do NBSP. That way, and I'll put one here too. And what'll happen is it'll keep popular names with the caret if it's too small. Or it'll look amazing. Yeah, see? I think I'm gonna leave it for now. So if because I have to scroll, but I have my stupid DevTools open, so most people will see it like this. I don't know if that's good. I'm not really convinced one way or the other. You know what? It's probably, let's say, good enough because it wasn't mocked up here, I don't think. No, so it's kind of up to my imagination how it should look. And that's actually not that bad. That's pretty good. Like, it is kind of what you'd expect. Maybe it could use that animation that Bootstrap would have given it, but I've got a visitor. Bye-bye. Alright. What else? I want to make that coin in the background, and that's kind of a tricky, because I'm going to actually render it with my JavaScript widget, and then position it tucked under, using overflow hidden, like tuck it back in that corner. So, yeah, let's do that. I think I'm going to take like a 2-minute break here. Let's have a stretch. What do you think? Everybody have a stretch. I'll be right back. I am back. Thanks for waiting. Hope you had a good stretch. What was I gonna do? So I want to put my coin in the corner. Basically, same one I'm using in the previous step here. This time it'll be here, a little bit bigger actually, but like cut off. So if I scroll up to where I have that front and back, kind of I'm using it like this, but if you remember from last week, not really. I'm going to render a coin straight up. It'll be more than 300 width, and I need to, no, I still have it. So I'll just drop it in the footer, I think is the right thing to do, around here. I had to turn my heater on because it's like minus 15 today here. Let's go 400. And then these, but not like this, but like equals. And then not comma. And then close that, and I'll let Prettier sort that out. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Does it work? Yes. I will declare that as working. It's a different kite surfer, but whatever. So I want to move it down. So first thing I need to make I guess I can do it all in the footer. Because I was going to say I can make the over, like this whole modal have overflow hidden, but then I need to like know the height of it all the time. And I don't want to do that. So let me just do it to the footer. So if I make my footer for this one panel, I'll set it like height something, overflow hidden. Yep, that's pretty much right. Then if I make my coin, I want to do like styling on the coin. I can either wrap it in a div, or I can use a trick on, which I will do, on my coin itself that like accepts random props and applies them to this. For example, I'm just seeing if any of these props are gonna, maybe I want to be more explicit. I gotta like style this.props.style. And then I can do the same like class name while I'm here. And then that just lets me possibly pass a class name and style directly to the coin and have it apply to the root of the coin. Just saves me from having div soup. I have enough div stuff going on. So my style on the coin is going to be, or let me put a class on the coin. Wait, I could just, I could do that where I have like a standard class on my coin. Yeah, let's just do that. And then I can use CSS. Class name coin. How about that? I think I'm also using, oh, it's fine though. It looks, nothing changed. So now I have coin root. But now I have coin itself. I guess I could have styled coin root and not done that. Yeah, let's keep it simple. As simple as I can. So now, if I style, I basically want to position it like absolutely and then kind of tuck it behind. So the way I'd do that, I'll do it down here. Coin root, position absolute. Bottom will be negative something. And then left will be a bit negative too. See how that looks. Horrible. Why? Oh, because I need to do the same with my modal footer. Modal footer. I did it inline, but then I always forget to copy it over. So position relative, let's say. Height 300. And then overflow hidden. Getting there. Pretty good. So I want to cut it off more. Quite a lot more. So if I make my height basically 200, that's going to bring the coin up. But I think we're getting closer to what it should be. So 200 height. Then bottom will be also like minus 200. Pretty much. It's pretty close. I guess I want... What do I want to be different? This next button, I really would prefer it go down. What is making it be up there? The coin doesn't take up any space because it's absolutely positioned. Right? So even if I delete this element, next is still there. So what's positioning next? Does it have like it doesn't have margin top. Is it somehow like vertically centered? The most impossible thing to do in JavaScript. Just like, or in CSS, it's just like casually vertically centered. Is it affected by this? By the height? Yeah. Yeah, it is vertically centered. Okay. So I need someone to like not. I'm just like mind blown that it is vertically centered. Who's vertically centering it? Is it in here? Is it Flexbox? Oh, okay, cool. Align items center. So I actually want to align items footer on this one. Is that how it works? Not footer, end? Yeah, okay. But then it seems like there's all these other ways of doing that. MS Flex Align, WebKit Box Align. I probably want to do all three. Do I play any games? Yeah, oh, totally. I play lots of games. Lately been playing Mario Odyssey. A lot. I've also been playing, I just got the Mario Rabbids a couple weeks ago. That's a pretty cool game. I didn't really know what it was, but it's like what do you call it? XCOM or whatever. Like a real turn-based strategy. It's pretty fun. Zelda too. Mostly Switch games lately. On my PC I play like usually strategy games, so Don't Starve. Top-down games. What do you mean by top-down games? I don't know that term. I don't play any like shooters though, really. Just like Half-Life. I've been working through it for the past million years. Oh, you mean like, yeah, I know what you're saying, like where you're looking at a board basically and moving people around on it, that kind of thing. Yeah, I guess I do play a lot of those. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, it's true. I just downloaded StarCraft 2. It's like free from Blizzard. Didn't really get too far in that yet though. I used to love like the original Warcraft and the original StarCraft. I used to play those a lot way back in the day. So I want to change these to end. I think that's how it works. You know what? That looks pretty close to this. I'm pretty happy with that. I think the coin itself could be slightly smaller and slightly moved up, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, Half-Life. I think, you know what's weird though? I've been like, maybe it's because I play with like a huge, like a 40-inch television as my monitor, about a foot from my face. But I get like so motion sick when I play like first-person games now, where like when the mouse moves, the camera moves. I get so nauseous now when I play those. I can only do it for like half an hour at a time. It's kind of sad. But they're pretty fun. So I'm gonna go slightly smaller with that 400. I'm gonna go like let's try 350. And then I think I want to go a little bit higher up then. Let's do it here because it's easier. So let's say bottom -2, like -150. That's pretty good. That's looking really close to that. I'll leave it at that. So 350 there, 150 in the CSS here. Modal footer, I think, can come down now. Maybe not. I'm not really. Let me try it. No, leave it big. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think the text being more visible, I think I want to move it slightly over to the right. Otherwise, it's pretty good. So let me just tinker that. Like that, I'd say. Do I have tutorials? I have a YouTube channel. As I was saying earlier, they're not really tutorials. They are... I do have a couple on there, but I guess they're out of date now. I have some really old React ones. If you search... Well, if you search Coding with Jesse, you might find me. Except in the past month, another dude's using that name. This is... Yeah, the first result, for me at least, is my channel. This is not me. Even though it's also React, there's a different Jesse doing Coding with Jesse, doing React videos. That's not me. This is not me. This is me. So, hope that helps you find me. It's not really tutorials, though, as I said, and all the videos are like 2 years old, basically, so proceed with caution. -30. I'm going to do that, and then I think I'm done that part. Imposter? Don't really get what you mean. Oh, the other guy's an imposter? Yeah, totally. Yeah. I wonder if he knows about me, or if it's just like weirdly a coincidence a different React developer is calling himself Coding with Jesse. I don't know. I didn't trademark it or anything. That's pretty good. So that's that. And now, so you can type in Jesse's amazing coin. I don't know. In theory, this could be really trippy. I could actually update this one as you type. Want to see? I don't think I'll do it that way, but it's so easy to do that, the way I've set it up. All I have to do is... subbed? What do you mean subbed? Oh, you subscribed to my YouTube. Cool, thank you. All I have to do is do text or multicast. I've thought about it. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yes, I do. Professor 2001. We were just talking about it. It's called Coding with Jesse. If you search Coding with Jesse, you may find it, or my imposter Coding with Jesse. This one's mine. This one's not mine. If it's live Coding with Jesse, that's not me. Mine's this one. Multicast, I've thought about it. Maybe I could try it. I'm not sure, like, bandwidth-wise, if it would work. The Wi-Fi in my office is unfortunately a bit flaky at times. I could try it out. What I do right now is I upload my videos to... Oh, you like the intro? Thank you. It's actually me playing the piano, if you can believe it. Oh, restream. That's a cool idea. So, like, you upload there and they upload to the others. Does it increase lag, though, a little bit, I guess? Lag's not super bad. Or, well, I can't perceive it. I see your chat and I reply to it immediately, and you see it, what, 10 seconds later? Oh, here I am. Yeah, I might do that. I could I thought about only streaming to YouTube, but I think I like the Twitch community, so low latency on my encoder. Okay, yeah, I'm using OBS. Yep. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you this. So if you type here, what? Oh right, because I'm not changing. It only works if you do this. What? That doesn't work either. Text or I need to do on change and then do the same text set state in here. I think that's okay. No, it freaks out because that's not how it works. It's event, and then I need to do event dot text is event target value. All right. Why? Oh, because my coin widget. Yeah, it's okay. Am I using? Oh, Krasner, thanks for watching. I am working on a new cryptocurrency user interface, and I am using React. Yes, it's true. I was trying to do some cool and slick, but it doesn't work, and I don't need to do it, so I'm not going to do it. Which was having the preview change as you type. I might need that at the next step, but we'll see. Jesse's coin. So this is like a whatever you call it, a wizard or a walkthrough for creating a new coin. Have I worked with Django? No, I haven't. I'm not really a Python programmer. I have programmed in Python, but only because how do I put it? Hoijin, thanks for following. I don't I'm not that good at Python, but I can go into a Python program and tweak it. I'm vaguely familiar with the syntax. But if I start a project, it would definitely be JavaScript or Lua. I've only been doing web development for 4 to 5 months and gotten Diego down to the point where I can create a fully functional website. Very cool. Do you suggest me learning React so I can get a job easier? Yes. I think React is used at a lot of different places, so I think it would help you if you want to do more front-end stuff. If you're cool doing back-end stuff, it's cool that you know Python. That's really widely used too. And, Ginger Jar. Thanks for following. Yeah, I don't know. The more you know, the better it is, right? If you don't want to do front end, then don't learn React. If you only want to do back end stuff, stick with the back end stuff. Do what you like and get really good at that stuff, and then hopefully you can find a job doing that. I would only spread yourself out in terms of dipping into things that you don't want to do, only if you're going to be maybe self-employed doing where you have to do full stack development for someone. But for a job, I don't know. I think still the Python programmers and the JavaScript programmers are generally, do you know what I mean? They're separate in that sense. Krasner, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, well, for your own website clients, maybe consider React if it's something you're into. But if you don't need React, don't bother. It's only for where you want to do client-side rendering. And most websites don't need that much client-side rendering. It's more for I hate the distinction, but for applications where you're where there's forms more, where it's more interactive that way. Like what I'm doing with the Next and Previous. I'm using Linux it's called Arch Linux. Yeah, so I gotta go to the next step here, which is this step. Add an image, GIF, or video to the front. N64. Nintendo 64. What are you talking about? Did I miss something? Exoda, thanks for watching. So what I'm going to do is, again, render a coin. This time it'll have name, code name, coin name, one cred on the bottom. I need a upload cloud image. Oh, I get what your joke is. You're saying I'm running that my operating system's Nintendo 64. Yeah. Do I want to bring in... Oh, I think I'm already using Font Awesome. Pretty sure I saw that in there somewhere. So if I'm already using Font Awesome, then I just need a upload cloud of some kind. Cloud upload. That's pretty close. What? Am I using 5? I think I'm using 4. It's a me, Bootstrapio. Yeah. I'm using 4. Let's stick with 4 right now. Goodbye. So I just need to drop this in somewhere. I need to do a few things. I need to render a coin. So where am I? I'm in this add. Add? Add. No. This one. Back tab. Wait. No, front tab. Oh, I see. These are almost identical. So where you like put the image in the front, put the image in the back. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you guys can work together. And Ginger Jar, I'd say, yeah, check out React if you're into it. It's, I think, are you familiar with JavaScript already? Like, have you been already working with stuff and it's like the next step? Or are you kind of new to JavaScript and want to start doing React? Because I'd say get your JavaScript down first before you dig in too much to React, probably. Oh, you're Angular 5 dev. Yeah, check out React for sure. Dig right in. You know what's cool is Create React App. I'll type it in here. Create React App is a tool. Let's say check that out. Scaredy cat. Yeah, I'm scared of Angular too. If you can do Angular, you'll be fine with React. Trust me. So instead of doing this placeholder coin, I'm gonna actually render a coin. What was the width? I think 200. Right? Such bad short-term memory. With 200. Antergos. Antergos? Never heard of it. What's that? Antergos. Oh, I saw Arch show up. I don't know, never heard of it. Cool. Oh, it's based upon Arch. Cool, yeah. How is it different from Arch? So I want my upper text to be coin name. Oh, you know what? I bet this is actually going to be coin name. Not coin name, but like what you had typed in on the previous step. So let me think about how I'm going to do that. So I have these all as separate components, but actually my parent component needs some state. So as the name changes here, I want to pass that up to like the state and then pass that back in to some of these. So I could do it like I'm going to change this to a class. Extends component. Then this is a constructor. The super. This dot state equals that. But now I'm going to set up some states. So I'm going to have. You know what? Let's call it upper text. No, let's call it name. Empty. And then I'll have like a background image. Or like a front image. Back image. I'm just like, that's getting into like a whole world of uploading it to the server, having it go somewhere. I need to figure that out. I'm not going to be able to do that today. That's not my code at all. It's about using the API, so I need to learn the API. It is not a public... Yeah, I guess it's a public API, but it's not... What I'm trying to say is I need to learn how to do that. Right now, for this walkthrough, it's not that important. Oh, I need to fix how these are written slightly. There. And this becomes that. Yeah, about the Create React app. Yeah, it is like the CLI, except it's not, I don't think it's official. It might be official. It's created by the React team, but it's not mandatory in a sense. It's more like it gets you up and running really fast. It gets all the tools you need, like the tool chain set up really fast so that you can start writing React code more quickly than you would have had to otherwise. But once you get it installed, you're kind of, it's like you're not as tied to the CLI. You're just working on your website. As far as I know. I've never used Angular, so maybe don't know what I'm talking about. So on name, I kind of want to do like on name change or something, on change. And then I want it to pass me a name that I'm going to set state name, right? Something's wrong. It's not formatting. And then I'm going to pass that name in here, basically. And wherever else I might need it. I'm not sure yet. Why isn't that formatting? Usually that means something's wonky somewhere. Did I do my class right? I'm not seeing any errors anywhere. Oh, maybe I was like halfway through typing down here. Yeah, that's it. So now I'm going to have... Cool, yeah, check it out. Now I'm going to have the name here. So this will get passed in as a prop. I think props show up here. Name. And then lower text will be basically as a placeholder 1 cred. Art Super C, thanks for following. Appreciate it. Yeah. Where are we at? Nowhere. Why not? Why not? Is there an error? Image is required. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And what is my image? It's a gradient. I don't have one. Or do I? Maybe I don't need image to be required. Let me think about that for a sec. So if I could make it so the coin has that gradient. I don't know, like what would it look like if I don't pass an image in? I don't know. What kind of music do I listen to? A lot of different stuff. Mostly, I don't know. When I'm working, I like to listen to Girl Talk, Jack Johnson, this band called Good Lovelies. I don't know, Elliott Smith, stuff like that. When I don't know, depends. I listen to a lot of 90s hip-hop. Yeah. Let's switch back to coin. Because now I need to render a coin without an image, and I required an image, and now all my assumptions are wrong. So what would happen if I take out that requirement to have an image? Would it have that gold gradient behind, which I want? So basically, if there's no... What I'll do is, instead of freaking out about an image, I will check if there is one So basically, I think I can put these in the top thing. And then basically what I'll do is say, if there's an image, then add this crap to the thing. I don't want to set inner HTML twice. What I want to do is make a variable and then add to that plus equals. So the coin, as you can see, is not written in React. This is the other way to do things. Yeah. And then, yeah. So that way, oh, and then I need to set the HTML. So that way, image is now optional. What it should do is just not, it should look okay if I don't. Let's see. Nothing changed, but I now need in my test, I'll rip the image out of one of them. Let's say the first one. Let's see what happens if I have no text, no anything. Yeah. Sort of. I just realized it's not just that gradient, it's like its own gradient, which I don't have. Maybe it's just like a darker opacity of this. Maybe I could do the, see, the cloud isn't an image either, it's font awesome, so it's like HTML markup. Maybe I could, maybe it's okay that it's like this, and I have an upload button there, you know? So it'd be like, more like this. Your text, and then just the upload button straight up here, instead of with that darkened circle. But the dark circle kind of makes it look good too, in a way. So I wonder if I can have like a default state where like maybe, how do I do that? What I want to say is like this, like a lot of it still is part of it. The circle's still there. But then if you don't have an image, it's going to do like a dark opacity. Yeah, I could do, okay, let me undo all my stuff here. So I still need like conditional on this dot image. Or what happens if it's just like a broken image? Oh. Why'd I move down? Haha, that's not good. No, not screenshot. Get out of here. So coin image is there, and the circle exists, but it is, oh, the href is undefined, basically. If I delete that, what happens? Nothing. So I don't know SVG good enough to do this, but what I want to say is basically fill that circle with like a dark opacity. It must be just like a way to draw a square. That's all I need to do. Or like set a background image, a background color on a SVG. That might not even be how it works. Yeah. No, that's not how it works. The viewport fill is not well implemented. No. That's not really what I want. SVG draw square, or draw circle, let's say. Yeah, so maybe if I just do like a fill, on that circle. I guess what I could do is like say, if this dot image, then this stuff, right? And if not, then I'm going to draw a circle. Basically the same circle, but with a fill. And I want my fill to... can I do an RGBA there? Because what I want to do is basically something like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to let me. Let's try it. Yeah, pretty good. That's pretty close to that. It's a little too dark. I can lighten it up a bit by making it less opaque. Yeah. That's actually pretty good. That way if there's transparency in the image too, there'll be like a background to it that's not white and not this bright one. It'll be like a darker. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So it's only going to render that if there's no image. I'm just going to try would that work if I don't, because I already have a circle there, right? Maybe I don't need anything. No, it doesn't. Okay, so I'll stick with my thing. Actually, so then this whole path thing is only needed if you do have an image. And if you don't, I'm just going to use SVG to draw a circle. Formatting in here is a bit awkward. So if you have an image, you get a image cut with a circle, and if you don't, you get a straight up circle with a fill that I deleted, but I'll add it back. And I'm really happy that you can use an RGBA in there. I hope that's widely supported. Let's find out. Is that it? Are we happy with that color? So I just started streaming, yeah, last week. Last Wednesday was my first day. I did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today. So it's my 4th stream. I had a YouTube channel. I guess I still have a YouTube channel, but I did YouTube videos like about 2 years ago. I did 50 videos, but then I kind of lost steam, I guess. Thanks a lot for wishing me the best. I hope it works out. I like this. The challenge might be finding stuff to do on stream. Right now I got permission to work on this particular project for this client publicly, but that might not always be the case. So once this project's done, I might be back to like scratching my head about what to stream about, and kind of then it's in my free time, which I have a lot less of, and you know what I mean. I thought about maybe doing streams where like the chat can request that I do whatever, and I just like don't have a plan and just tinker around with different stuff, learn new libraries, or I don't know. Not really sure. So I'm going to commit this. I'm pretty happy with the coloring there. I think, oh yeah, where's that color? Where is it? Eyedropper? So we're in like the C9-3 range up there, and on this one, where is it? B, so it's a little bit darker, B8. So I could go, I think, a little bit less, try to get closer to the C range, C9-ish. Hey, where'd you go? Hey. Where are you? I don't know. Firefox broken. Whatever. Okay. I'll just leave it. It's fine. Looks good. So I'll commit that. Coin. New allow image to be optional with I'll say dark circle in its place, in its stead. I think that's how I use that language. NPM version minor, because the API kind of changed. Git push tags. Here I will do install coin. Yeah. So back to my modal. Cool. So let me try it from the start. I want to put some text in there. I think it'll pass through. I haven't tested that part. If I just put Jesse's coin. No, it didn't. And you know what I realized just now? Is I'm not escaping any HTML there. So it's like a security hole in my coin. If you ever thought there'd be a security hole in the coin. But the way I'm plopping this upper text and this lower text in is going to be a problem. What I need to do is not that. Even the image, I guess, is a problem, but not really, because it's... Yeah, maybe it is. Even the background color. Well, but the background color... Yeah, you know what? I should, like, not set any of those using templates. So, because my text upper dot, all I have to do, inner HTML escapes for you? No, it does not. Inner HTML is very dangerous. Because I'm not using dangerously set inner HTML, I'm not using React here. There is no dangerously set inner HTML. Inner text, however, does. So if I... no, that's not what I'm doing. I need this dot upper text. So yeah, if you're using inner HTML... Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the coin itself I'm not using React for because I did it as a separate module or whatever, and I don't want to have dependencies here because it might be used in any number of places. Why not do SVG as React component? You mean split this up? Again, this isn't React, so. How many companies have I worked with so far? I don't know, probably around 20. Maybe a bit more than that. And that's over, I started working professionally 18 years ago. Let's see. But like clients of my clients is like way higher than that. I'm talking about like directly. My direct clients is probably about 20 over the years. Let's see. 18 years ago, yep. The summer of my first year at university was in the year 2000. That's when I got my first job. So, what's up? I am nervous about these. I think I can set them directly, or I can validate them and just strip out everything. There shouldn't be any quotes, basically. As long as there's not a double quote, I should be okay, because the double quote is how you break out of here. So I'll just make like a stupid clean function and then, yeah, Yeah, I'm an old man, I guess. Function clean attribute. Return attribute replacing anything, or basically just replacing a double quote with nothing. How old was I in first year university? I started when I was 18. I'm Canadian, so that means I was too young to drink, but turned 19 a few months after that, which was nice. Let's see. Oh, I didn't notice. Hey, thanks for viewing. Mew this cast. Here, I'll throw the chat back up on screen. Same non-technical job for 10 years, waiting for the day to quit. Yeah, I know that feeling. Even when I got my first programming job, I was making minimum wage, and at the same time, I still had my like high schooler job of working at the movies. So I'd like do my programming and then like go to the movies at night, and I still like got paid the same either way. It's kind of insane. Relic, thanks for the follow. Would I like to do streaming as a full-time job? That's an interesting question. I like doing work for clients. Like, I don't know how to put it, but I can't come up with all these ideas. I like to be told, like, here, can you go do this thing? And it's my job to figure out how to achieve it, right? So I'd say, Mia this cast, thanks for following too. I don't know. Maybe. My first programming job, I was on food stamps. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta start at the bottom pretty much, right? I'm wondering if I want to use a regular expression for this. I can be sure that it replaces all of them. Okay, so in theory, is this secure? If you see security hole, please let me know. Clean attribute. I'm in my second job just now. It really seems it all gets better after you get through the door. Yep. The more experience you have, better it gets, for sure. It's like, I've been doing this for 18 years, and I'm still, like, scratching my head all day, so. That part never goes away. But, like, what constitutes a challenge is always evolving, right? So. I need to push my secure changes here. Let's make sure they work before I commit them. Yeah, they're fine. Because what I was trying to do is like, here, let's try it. Background color, blue, quote, I don't know, script, alert, hello. I don't know if that will work, but let's try it. Like, it won't work here. It'll just break. But if I... Wait, it wasn't supposed to break. What was it supposed to do? Oh, I'm closing this script. Yeah. I gotta split that up. There. Yeah, it's black. But before... So if I make my clean attribute just return attribute, it's white. I didn't get an alert, but I feel like there is a security hole there if you could figure it out. Like, what did it render? I want to have a little look. So, where would it be? Up here. In the coin background. Path blue. And then it did put a script in, but I'm inside an SVG. So all I have to do is close the SVG. And that, I don't know. It's just not good. Maybe it's not a security hole, but it's not good. Where my fixed version, it's not gonna break in that kind of a way. At least it'll break. It'll just be black. That's fine. Should I leave that there? I'll take it out. Alright, I got some chats. I worked a contract at a marketing place for 6 months, did some web work for Macy's, Sears, Intuit, QuickBooks. Once you get something like that on the resume, getting a meaningful job was cake. Yeah. Yeah, having a couple jobs under your belt, stuff like the more you have, to some degree, the more you have, the better. I was an intern for 6 months before this job, yeah. Yeah, having that, like, I got my first job, kind of, like I said, it was minimum wage, but I was doing programming. I was just done first year university, so I was total noob. So it was nice that I could find a job and find one that was close to my home. I don't live in a big city. Lucio15, thanks for the follow. Yeah, but fortunately I had that, and I had it for a few years, so I got to do a lot of different stuff. And one of the things I got to do was a rich text editor. And then I moved to Germany and tried to find a job. And that in Berlin. And I applied to literally 100 different places because I only had like 3 months to find a job, or else I had to go back home. And one of those places, I actually got like an interview. I got 2 interviews, and one of them asked for, or wondered what I did, and I showed that rich text editor that I did at the previous job, and I got hired based on that because he's like, that's exactly what I need. So come work for me and build me this same thing you did at your last job. So the more stuff like that you can have, you know, if you're like, yeah, I've done that before and you need that, sure, hire me. I think that works really well. I started programming the year you were born. Yeah, makes sense. And that's not when I started programming. That's when I started working. I started programming when I was probably 8. So 1988. That wasn't real programming. That was copying stuff out of magazines. What am I doing? I want to commit my coin. Fix security hole. No, let's call it escape text. And then what else? npm version. Do another minor. But yeah, I've been doing this a long time, this stuff. When I got my first job, JavaScript was not, we didn't really use it at all. Maybe for rollovers, if you know what those are. You wouldn't if you're born in that year, but rollover is just like you have your web page, and then when you hover over like a menu item, it changes to a different image because there wasn't CSS back then. So that's all we use JavaScript for, is like change an image to be a different image when you hover over. Times have changed. So now I need to pull it over into this one again. But that means I don't have a security hole, and that's good. More than the security hole is like the fact that when you type it in, it's going to be escaped. That's what I was worried about. I don't want someone to put like a double quote in their name and then have to like, it'll just bomb. So if I was like, Jesse's coin break. Oh, that wasn't working anyway. That's what I need to work on next. Name gets passed in, I think, but it should be passed in here. So let me see. I don't know if that change handler here is really working. Oops, I just formatted everything, lost. So let me log. Oh, I see. No, I don't see. This.state.name. So let me log what this.state contains. I'll see what's up. Name is blank. Yep. Jesse's coin. Oh, I already know what it is. See, it's not. It should be changing with every character, but it's not because I'm not calling on name change or whatever it was. On change. So I need to listen to on change inside my name tab. Like so. And then whenever it changes, I'm keeping it in my own state, but then I don't need to do both. I should just leave it in the parent. And then not have it in my state, but then pass it back in as a prop name, and then pass that around. I think that's what I want. So we'll call it name instead. And that way, name here. That way, this doesn't maintain the state of the name. The state of the name is in the parent, and then it gets passed back in name equals name. And name equals this dot state. That should be it. Jesse's coin. No. Should have left that login because I need it back. Yep. Name is there now. It's populated. But then? Oh, I don't... Maybe I'm not passing... No, I do pass it in there. What's up? What is going on? Front tab. Front tab. Front tab. I thought that's props. I thought so. Name. This dot props. Maybe that's changed. This is undefined, yeah. That's what I thought. So, what's up? Name? Where are you? You're there. Oh, right. So, I render my coin immediately, but my coin... So I need to modify this. And basically, every time you type, I need to destroy the coin and re-render it. Because it's all about that circle text. I'm using this circle text library. I don't think it's made to, like... It's got to recalculate how the letters go every time. Render coin. So this will happen on mount. But then... And what I can do is say, like, if this.coin, I did this in the last episode. I already wrote this because I thought I needed it, and then I didn't, but now I do. So I'm glad I left that in. And it'll remove itself, basically. I hope there's no flicker. I'm glad I didn't do that preview. That's why that preview didn't work. This won't be a preview, though. This will be a little bit different. But I also need something like component will receive props. Ruckbado, thanks for the follow. Calpamilli, too. Thank you. Alright, let's see what's up. Let's see if this works. Yeah. Jesse's coin. Oh, missing a closing quote. Why? Is that like a flaw in my security thing? Maybe I'm not... Yeah, check it out. The area label's breaking. When I started programming when I was 8 years old, and that was in 1988. That's like a security flaw in circle text itself, in a way. Or is that my fault? I don't think I set that area label. I think circle text does. I think that's a security hole. Circle text. What's where's your thing? It's not this one, I don't think. That's not the circle text I want. Is it circle dash text? Oops. Circle type. That's it. Circle type. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I want to look in the source of it, because what are they doing to set the area? Can I search area label? Are they concatenating strings together? No, they're setting attribute. Did I... Oh, okay. So it's setting attribute to be the inner text. So it's already pulling that out from somewhere. Maybe... I don't know. At age 18, I started university. When I was 19, I started my first job. That's what that is about. But I started programming well before that. Mostly I would do logo. Smart logo was called on my app, on my Atom Calico. How many of you guys used an Atom Calico before? 0, I assume. It wasn't even popular at any point in time. And I don't think you could have bought one after 1983, so. Or whenever, 84. Well, I wonder what's going wrong. Is it in my coin? Is it using the new version? Because I'm setting inner text to whatever you pass in, and I'm not doing anything to it. So why is that double quote disappearing? If I change it in my coin test, it should be fine. Like if I do the same thing. Say Jesse's coin. Here it works, which tells me it's not in my coin library at all. Maybe I'll leave that in. It's in, it's something else somewhere. Something somewhere. So let me console log name. Does the double quote come through that far? I'm gonna do like, maybe I mistyped and never put a second quote in my test. Double rye, you might be onto something. No, it's not it. It's still missing. Even though it's there, it's not there. So, good guess though. Definitely good guess. I have made worse mistakes and didn't notice. And went crazy trying to figure it out. Passes in there, so let's log it here. So when I pass it to here, upper text, this dot props dot upper text. I don't need to type it the same way every time, but whatever. Yeah, upper text, it's already missing. I know it's wrong. Check it out. If I put a space and delete it, it's there now. Has nothing to do with the rendering. It has to do with the fact that as I'm typing, it's like one event gets missed. It's like the on change is not the right event, maybe. Let's see, on change, on key up. On key up's pretty good. On key down might be good too. I'm trying to remember. I think with React you want to do something along the on change lines. It might be something wrong in how I set state or something. So Let's do this slightly different. Set name. Name. I know it's silly, but I was going to put a console log in here, and it's kind of like overkill. Like, I might as well just do it here. And make sure. Let's see if it gets this far, and then I'll set state. Name. Name. And yeah, if this is still, I might need to do like on key up or something like that. So let's see. It's working though, eh? You see it there? No, it gets that far, and then I get to here. But it's like it's not re-rendering or something. It's kind of weird. I feel like it's like a synchronous, asynchronous thing going on. Let's try key up. Let's see if that does make that difference. Or key down. Key up. See if it's bug and sanitizing. No, I thought that too, but the fact that it gets to the sanitizing happens after. Like when I console log before the sanitizing, it's already missing. What? On change is not a on change. Oh, right. I have to call it on change there, but then it turns out being on. So if I do on key up there, let's see. Now it's not doing anything. Ah, it does work though. That's a good idea. I feel like I need to figure out why that is though. Like, why isn't on change working? Is it like trigger on change of input value? Like if someone pastes or like uses their mouse too, I want to capture that. So that's why I'm like nervous about using yeah. I think I want on change, but why isn't it calling on the last? Maybe I can do both. Maybe that's stupid, but you know, I can do on key up and on change. Sometimes bug fixes are like that though, like they don't really make sense. Like if you see them in the wild, you'd be like, why would someone do both? Because I don't know about my pain. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. Weirdly, both, and it works, and no one's gonna complain, I don't think. Maybe I should make like a comment. That's not how you make comments here. No, you do this. Both because on change didn't fire sometimes. It's such a stupid explanation, you know? I just can't explain it. Maybe because on change is triggered directly before it changes and the value is not quite done being changed yet or something. I know there's like on enter too. Input text event on change on enter. I spelled that wrong. On input. Is that what I'm looking for? I think that's the one. Yeah. Let's try that. That might be what I was not quite remembering. At this point, it's not about making this work. It's about fixing my brain so I understand what's happening. So next time I don't go crazy. Is that gonna work? No. Yeah, okay, whatever. You win this round. Double right, I should just listen to you from the start. Alright, let's leave that. So, it's just complaining to me that that shouldn't be there. Uh-oh. Dot, 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 expected. You know what, I can put it as a comment in here. No, I don't know. I think that's right. I don't know why it's complaining. It is complaining. Okay. I'll just leave it. Whatever. Alright. This part's working now. Yep. Be good to have a previous step, I think. But it's not in the mock-up. So I won't. So what I need is this upload cloud now. I had that over here. I'm going to drop that in. I need to position it over the coin. It won't be right. I'll just have to use CSS to position it. Oh, this isn't working now. Why? It used to work. Let's fix that. So how that worked is clicking a thing, passed it through the drop down up to name, but name isn't set here anymore. That's why it doesn't work. So I need to set it my on change. That's why. Let's try that now. Our wedding day. Yep. Next. Now I'm having that trouble I was having with typing, except with the select, so I might be getting closer to where that bug really is. And unfortunately, onKeyUp isn't good enough now because this doesn't work either, and that doesn't really make sense. So when you call on change, it says set name. It calls set state, but it's not re-rendering or something. Set name is called here with the name, but then in my render, we'll see if it's different or, you know, what's going on. It's got to be different or something. So now if I type here A, B, C, I have set name render, set name render, set name render. It's always the same. If I choose from popular names, set name render, but if I click next, it's the previous one. So I think it's not a bug here. I think it's maybe a bug on the coin on this front tab. Front tab name. Now that's going to render with every character pressed too. Maybe it's a bug in my coin. So I do have will receive props, but maybe I need like did receive props. Is that the point? Oh, I know now. I think with will receive props, you get the old props and the new props, and I'm only using the old props. I need to use the new props. What keyboard do I have? I'm using a laptop, MSI laptop. I'm glad those keystrokes sound sexy. I think it's just because it's like my microphone is on the table, and so is the laptop. So it's like I have like a cushion in between. It would sound a lot clankier, but I think that's why it's like bassy, do 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 do, because you're hearing the table go do 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 do. Component will receive props. Show me. Next prop. So I kind of need to like have like a local props here. And actually, if I do that, because then when I render the coin the first time, I'm going to use the props. When I render the coin the next time, I'll use next props. And then what I can do here is like destructure it, give them names, and clean up the rest of the code a little bit. I'm glad you like the sound of the keyboard, though. I was like not liking it. I thought it was a problem that I needed to solve, but if you think it's sexy, then I will leave it. Stelmach, or Stelmach, thanks for following. Is that a German name? Did I pronounce it correctly using a German pronunciation? Thanks for the follow anyway. Did I fix everything? Next. Let's try this version. It should show up there. And it doesn't show up there either. It did show up here. First pronunciation? Oh, Steinach. Steinach? Nack. Yeah. Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm trying to read the... I have like a black background on the one I'm looking at on my big TV. Not German. Whenever I see something that's slightly German looking, I default to the German pronunciation. Stelmach. Like stomach with an other letters in between. Is this working? No. Is this working? No. Like stomach. Yeah, cool. Got next props. Next props. So yeah, when I clicked wedding day, it didn't get wedding day. I think it's a problem somewhere else then, but I'm also not seeing it show up in my text, so I think I messed something up along the way. So let's see. I want to see it at least show up in here, right? You don't know where I'm pointing at maybe, but I want it to show up on the coin. No, I want it to show up in the input box when you select it from the drop down, and that's already a problem. So let's see why that's not happening. If I fix that, I'm hoping it fixes the rest. Yeah, name's blank. So, and yeah, it makes sense, but I don't understand it. It did re-render. It just re-rendered with still like a blank name. So it's like set name is working, kind of. Oh. Set name doesn't do anything. So stupid. Okay, this state name. Yes. Does it all work now? Bartamois, thanks for the follow. That works. That works. What about if I like type Jesse's coin, this example? Yes, finally it works. How long have I been working on this? Oh, I should have said King Bartamois. Apologies. Your Royal Highness. So I want this coin here. Not the coin. I want the cloud here in the middle of the coin. And to do that, I want it to be positioned absolutely. I don't want that. I want like a box just around the coin that I can put that in to know exactly where it should show up. I also need to align this center. And I think make it a little bit bigger. So, all the way down to my front tab, I'm just gonna like wrap this in a div. Oops. I kind of want to just say, like, I'll give it a class name, coin preview or something. I used that on another tab, didn't I? But this will have a little bit different styling. No, I might have reverted that. Doesn't matter. So, critical modal. Which tab am I on? Front tab. Hashtag nav dash front. Then coin preview. Apparently, I guess I knew it from the other thing. So position relative width, whatever the width is. Actually, that part doesn't matter. Yeah, it does matter. It does matter because I need to know where to position the cloud width, like along the x-axis too. Let's go width 300, and then margin 0 auto to center it. And then back here, I had it 200. I'm gonna make it 300. See how that looks. Whatever. Yeah, it's pretty good. So then this thing is inside that other thing. I should be able to simply go position absolute, top 50%. No, because it doesn't know how big it is. But if I do like top 150, no, because it's hiding now. Set index 1, gets it visible, 50%. It's okay. I guess it is doing 50% of the height, so that's good. What I need to do is increase the font size a fairly bit. Like, can I do 300%, 400%, 500%? Or should I be like specific? I could say it's 100 pixels, 50 pixels, 80 pixels. It's pretty good. That one's about the same. Color should be white. What? Oh, I think it's like under. Maybe I need a higher Z index. Yeah. You know what it was? It was like in between. It's like in the middle of the coin. Or it was like, I don't know what it was. It was under the coin, but not. Some in between, where it's like under that dark circle. That's kind of neat that you could place something in between. Thanks for saying that, TraceX. I will leave it as is then, instead of trying to fix that. I'm lost now. Okay, so my CSS here, not on the coin preview, but on the FA whatever. Inside the coin preview. So let me prefix all that crap. 147 words per minute. That is very fast. I haven't done one of those in a long time. That'd be interesting. Interesting to see. Let's see. Yeah, it's not too bad. I need to like see the top left corner of it is centered, but that's not where it should be. So I need to like move it up and over. You know what might be better is letting it text align center instead of excuse me. So basically if I make the width of this 100%, then I can just do text align center and do left 0. Oh, I know why that's not right, because of this trim here. The center of the circle is not the center of the coin. Not really. Type Racer, that sounds like fun. It's obviously paid off with a 147 words per minute. That's like, what's it called, dictating or whatever? Someone could probably type. That's faster than people talk, I think. People don't talk at 147 words per minute. Do they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Maybe they do. That's really fast. My son's not having a good day, I don't think. Maybe he wants me to stop work. Top should be, I want to subtract 40 pixels. The way I'm going to do that was the margin top minus 40 pixels. And then I think if I do, maybe left should just be like 5%. 3, 2. That's pretty good. Is this the CSS I'm writing? Yeah. Yes, it is. I'm writing it here. What I do sometimes when it's really depending on me, like visually verifying it, is I'll write it in the DevTools. And then once I see it's right, I'll copy it from here and paste it into my editor. Hopefully, or I'll forget and then wonder why it's broken and have to do it again. I'm going to just reorder these to be a bit more logical. Okay. Azal, welcome back. It's going pretty good. I'm still working on the same stuff, but I've made a lot of progress. Check this out. Got first step of the modal all done. I got second step of the modal done. And I am trying to get the third step done, but it looks right. Looks like this, more or less. I guess my cloud is a fair bit bigger than this one, but yeah, thanks. I think it looks awesome too. It's really come together. I like the bigger cloud. So what this is actually is like, if you saw this, what would you think to do? The specs don't say, but I, as a developer, have to read the specs, and the specs are often just a picture. And what does the spec say? Upload a front. Upload panel shows that you can choose your avatar or upload a GIF, image, GIF, video. Well, you would click it, I think. So I'm going to add a click handler to the entire coin, and when you click it, it's not going to be a click handler. When you click this, it's going to open a browse, so you can choose an image from your phone or computer. And that is not something you can really do with JavaScript. So what I have to do to achieve that is make a hidden file input, overlay it here, and then when you click on the coin, you'll end up clicking the browse button, and then it'll work. I've done that a million times before, and it's such an awkward hack, but that's how you do it. What do I use to write this? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? Yes, yes, and yes. Most of my HTML is done through React, so it's like in the JavaScript. So in a way, you could say I'm using CSS and JavaScript. And the HTML is like produced by the JavaScript in a way. What am I doing here? Yeah, TraceX. I'm actually mostly used Chrome for dev until the new Firefox came out, and then I was like, thought I'd give it a shot, because Firefox is it's like made by developers for developers in a way. It's the only open source, or let me put that a different way. It's the only browser not owned and controlled by a for-profit company. So I feel like I want to support it just fundamentally. I want to just use it. I'm kind of new into that stuff. My HTML and CSS is fine, I would say, but my JS is kind of mess, sadly. Yeah, that's fine. I'd say people use JavaScript too much these days. So if you can get really far with just HTML and CSS, just do that. And like, depends on what you're working on, but I'd say the more people stuck with just HTML and CSS, the better the web would be, because JavaScript can be really heavy. By heavy, I mean like megabytes of downloads for some stupid, I don't know, for nothing. As I say that, I'm writing probably megabytes of JavaScript for this, but yeah, so I'm going to do an overlay of that input upload, and then I think my back's kind of killing me, so I'm going to call it a day after that, but let's do that thing. So it won't be that hard. I'll do it right in here, and you'll see what it's like. It's really weird. Input type equals file, right? So when you see it, you'll be like, oh, that thing. And then you'll wonder what I'm going to do next. Unless you've done this before. So yeah. There's like this browse. That's normal, right? Just wait to see what I do to it. I think I might be able to just wrap a label around it and then simply hide it. That might work. Let me try that. I could actually just make the div a label, probably. Let's see if that makes it clickable. Still lurking, that's cool. Lurk away, I don't mind. Working a lot with Angular too, so I'm using more TypeScript and then JavaScript, but it's kind of similar to think. Oh, it's very similar. TypeScript is JavaScript. It just has some stuff added to it. So the question is, if I click here, is it going to open my browse? Yep. So I will do that. Okay, forget about the hack I was trying to describe. It is unnecessary. I think it used to be necessary maybe for Internet Explorer 6. Maybe that's why I was doing it. Now, how hidden can I make this and have that effect still work? Yeah, that's fine. So I should be able to just do like class name equals hide, I believe the Bootstrap class is. Nope. Hidden? I think it's hidden. Nope. Hide hidden. Well, I can just do display none. When in doubt, do it the easy way. And if I'm doing CSS, I might as well hide it in my CSS, which is not here, but here. So in my coin preview input, I'll just do display none. So I might need to tweak, I don't know. I might need to tweak that to make it sort of like a different way of hiding. Like I could do, you know what, I'll just do that now to be safe. So width, basically 0, height 0, opacity 0. I don't know. When I do stuff like that, I'm like, do I really need to? Because I know when someone else sees that, or me sees it a while from now, I'll be like, why? Why did I do that? Okay, it's gone. It still opens. Cool. Cool. So, I'm not going to do it right now, but what I'll need to do next, like tomorrow or whenever I work on this next, is when you select an image. Hey, Ryu fan, I'm doing good. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day. I'm just wrapping it up now. Just finishing work on this. And I was just saying, I have this browsing now, but when you select an image, I want it to go immediately there. It's still going to be like able to be uploaded, but I want a preview immediately. So that's what I'm going to work on next day, not today. I need a break. I need to get some groceries, so I'm going to wrap it up here. And thank you all so much for watching and for following. I really appreciate it. I love the chat. I love everyone helping out or asking questions, all that stuff. It's great. Please, if you're not following and you want to catch me tomorrow or Friday, follow. You should get a notification. You're very welcome. Have a great day, everyone. Great night. And I hope to see you next time. And thank you so much for watching. Cheers.